Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So in this video I'm going to focus on three phones here. And it's going to be these three phones right here. It's going to be on video recording. I will do a different video for photos, but video recording is one that a lot of people do. A lot of people do video recording with their phones. So I've got the Moto E4 Plus, the LG Stylo 3, and then the Blade Spark from ZTE. So these phones right here definitely all have really good cameras. But you're going to see the difference in the quality of each video for these phones. And again, this video focuses specifically on 1080p at 30 frames per second video. And then front cameras as well, rear and front cameras. This is what I'm doing in this video. And then we'll have a short discussion afterwards. So keep watching here and try to watch all the way through. Don't skip through so you don't miss anything. And you'll probably get all the questions, the answers to the questions that you might be looking for just by watching the video. So again, rear cameras first and then front cameras, and then I'll see you at the end of the video for a discussion. Let's go. Alright guys, this is the Moto E4 Plus. 13 megapixel camera on the rear, 5 megapixel on the front. But this rear camera looks to be pretty good. Let's do a little zoom here. Car drives by. Alright, zoom out. There we go. Alright guys, now this is the LG Stylo 3 Plus. 1080p at 30 frames per second also. The Stylo Plus does very good in video recording. We'll do a little zoom on this one as well. See how it handles the zoom, how clear it is. Let's zoom out. Got a runner going by. All right. This is the ZTE Spark. It's the Blade Spark. Again, another great camera. All these phones can do 1080p at 30 frames per second, which should be the standard nowadays. Everyone can't do 4K. We don't need 4K. We want it. Let's do a little zoom before we get out of here. All right, so here's the front camera on the Moto E4 Plus. No lighting or anything. I don't have any LEDs going anywhere. This is just the daylight coming in from the two windows behind the camera there, and I'm sitting in my office, obviously. So this is the front camera on the Moto E4 Plus. So this is the LG Stylo 3 Plus. Front camera, again, same lighting, just switched it out on a tripod, and no LEDs, no microphones on any of these samples here, and this is what you get from the Stylo 3 Plus front camera. All right, and last but not least is the Blade Spark by ZTE. This is the front camera, and this is the quality that you'll get in this same lighting situation here. Just two windows in my office, no LEDs, no nothing, no microphones. This is the quality that you get. All right, guys, so let's close out this video nicely here. So what did you guys think about the footage? Who did better in the front camera? Who did better in the rear camera? Did one phone do good in all the situations? Well, the reason I picked these three phones right here, and I have tons of other phones that I could add into this demonstration here, but they all have 13 megapixel cameras on the rear, and they all have 5 megapixel cameras on the front. This one actually has an LED flash on the front, which is pretty sweet. And this one says it has flash on the front, but it doesn't use an actual LED. And then this one has no flash on the front. So, but nonetheless, they all have a fingerprint reader. These two have a rear-mounted fingerprint reader. This has a front-mounted fingerprint. Let's get to these cameras. Which phone do you think did the best? Which phone do you think did the best on the rear? The quality that comes from the ZTE phone kind of shocked me on the rear. I'll admit. I thought for sure that the Moto E4 Plus would bang them all out on the rear, but when I saw the Spark, I was like, whoa. But front camera though, we all know that LG kind of flattens it almost looks cartoonish on the front. And so same thing with the Blade. It doesn't look as crisp, or I don't know how to word it, but it doesn't look as good as the Moto in some situations. But these all have their own unique features about the cameras. The front cameras, to me, none of them did great, but they're all acceptable by today's standards for the average consumer. I mean, when you think about it, this phone is $99 flat out. This is the most expensive of them all, coming in at tops out at like $225. And I'm not talking about one specific camera. I'm just saying in general. The top price on this is $99. The top price on this is $225, I believe, and the top price on this, I believe, is $200 and something. It's $199 or something like that, two something. So if you're just looking at price point, you have to make a decision on what you're going to spend to get one of these phones if you like all three of these. Now, when you're talking about bottom line price, you can actually get this phone for free. And remember, we're only talking about cameras. We're talking about a person who does a lot of videos on their cameras, on their phones. You can get this phone as low as free, and I think this one is still, I haven't seen any deals on this one. It's just $99 because it's a prepaid as well. And this one right here, you can grab it as low as $99. So, and again, I just chose these three phones at the moment because they were easily, just accessible for 13 megapixels and 5 megapixels. The first ones that popped in my head. I know I have other phones, but I wanted to do these right here. Another reason is you can see they're kind of all the same size. So if a person was looking for this size phone, what's the best part about these, showing these from the back here? The Stylo has the biggest screen, and it's pretty much the same size as these devices. So that's a good thing. You get more screen on the front. That's just another side note. But this also has a 1080p display. But just looking at the cameras, I think the Moto is the more rounded. Like if I had to just pick one phone, it would be one of these phones right here. It would be the Blade or the E4 Plus. Still kind of on the fence. LG kind of flattens theirs. I can't, just on this phone, the front camera is really a turnoff. And the front camera is also really a turnoff on my G6 as well. It's almost cartoonish and flat. I don't know what the words to use. But if I just was forced to pick one of these for cameras alone, it would be one of these right here. Because on the front and the rear, I feel like I'm getting a more complete for my money camera, the two cameras. But again, these all have 13 megapixels. Now, they're not the same aperture, obviously. The Moto actually has probably the best aperture at 2.0 on the rear. But, nonetheless, these are all solid cameras. And I think that you can't go wrong with either one. People always say that, but you really can't go wrong with either one. These are all just really nice cameras, and I don't think you'll dislike one more. Well, again, I don't like the LG. I think the LG is probably the worst of them all. Now that I had them side by side, but if a person can't decide or they don't have access to some of these phones, they're going to choose which one they think, and they're going to see it. They're going to say, if they only know about the Stylo, they're going to think, oh my God, that's fantastic. But if they only know about this one, they're going to say, whoa, that's fantastic. You see what I'm saying? So I wanted to put them all in one video, and just to show you guys, this is what you're going to be getting. This is what you have to deal with these cameras. So you tell me in the comments, what do you think? Which one of these did the best overall? I know they all didn't do great across the board, but if I had to pick one, it would be one of these. Still don't know which one I would choose though. But in this comparison, which one had the better rear? Which one had the better front? It's your man Jay Will. I'll see you guys in the next video.